Hey there, Bridget. I just wanted to say that you did a great job meeting my parents today. So I guess that means that you and I are going to be sisters-in-law now. Hey there, Lucy. I also wanted to say thank you so much for today. And yeah, I guess so. That's pretty crazy, huh? I know, it really is. But I'm just happy that my brother is marrying someone like you. I mean, I really didn't expect him to bring such a cute and sweet woman through the door. So I just hope that you and I can get along in the future. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you something really quick? Yeah, of course you can ask me something. What's on your mind? Well, I was just wondering if you and Earl were really actually related. Like, by blood, I mean. Oh, I see. Well, yes, we are related by blood and we have the same parents. Wow. Because to be perfectly honest with you, the two of you look nothing alike at all. I guess I was just a little surprised when I saw you as well. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, we actually get that pretty often, so that's okay. I mean, Earl told me that he had an older sister and all, but you just weren't the image that I had in my head of what you would actually look like at all. Yes, I know. Earl and I do look practically nothing alike. I get told that I look like my paternal grandma all the time. And Earl always gets told that he looks like my mom, so I can see why you might have your doubts about us. But it's just that the two of you don't look anything alike. It's more than that. It's your mannerisms, your whole vibe. I just would have never guessed that you were related. My vibe? I'm sorry, what exactly do you mean by that? I don't think I'm following. Well, it's just that siblings are usually raised in the same household, right? So even if they've spent time apart, they still were raised in the same environment and have some similarities because of it. But I just didn't sense a single similarity between you and Earl at all. And so that's why I was wondering if you two are actually even related in the first place. Oh, well, I guess that makes a bit of sense. I mean, after all, we do have a bit of an age gap between us. And I left the house when Earl was still pretty young, so I suppose you could say that we were raised in different environments, too. Got it. Well, does that mean that you and Earl don't usually get along all that well, then? By the way, I was curious. I heard that you went to a pretty bad college as well. Is that true? I actually have never been to college, if I'm being honest with you right now. Hold on a second. Does that mean that you only ever graduated high school, then? I see. I think this is all starting to make a whole lot more sense to me now. I'm sorry, but I really don't think that I'm following you at all. What is starting to make more sense? What are you talking about? Well, it just all makes sense. You're nothing but a bottom feeder, and that's that. And that's why you're nothing like your little brother at all. And it explains why you both act different, too. You only ever were able to finish high school while your brother graduated from one of the top universities in the country. It all clicks for me. Sorry, did you just type a message calling me a bottom feeder? What do you mean by that? Well, just looking at you, I should have known that you were a pretty stupid person. And while I suppose there's really nothing you can do about the face that you were born with, you only have yourself to blame for being so fat. Have you ever considered looking into getting plastic surgery or something like that? No, I don't think that I've ever considered getting any kind of aesthetic surgery like that at all. Besides, I wouldn't have the money to be able to afford something like that in the first place. Oh, right, well, that makes sense too, I suppose. After all, you were never able to go to college, so you probably don't have a good job or anything like that either, huh? I guess only the rich would be able to afford the amount of plastic surgery it would take to fix someone like you. But at least my Earl works for one of the largest companies in the whole wide world. Man, you two really are nothing alike at all, huh? That really is still just so crazy to me. Yeah, I guess we really are quite different when you think about it, aren't we? I know that Earl is a really brilliant guy, and I would never say anything to suggest otherwise. But anyways, now that we've solved this little mystery, I hope you can understand that you and I can never, ever be friends. In fact, I really don't even like the fact that we'll be family. But don't you worry, I know how to act polite in front of everyone. I won't cause any issues if you don't. Just please don't talk to me or anything like that. Honestly, even just the thought of being near you is enough to make me feel like I might die of embarrassment. Okay, sure. Got it. I'm really sorry that I seem to have done something to make you not like me. Hey there, Lucy. I was just curious if you were planning to come to mine and Earl's wedding? Yeah, of course I was going to be there. I mean, Earl is my brother, after all. What makes you ask something like that, though? Well, the thing is that I would just really appreciate it if you didn't come to our wedding at all, actually. Wait, you don't want me to be there at my own brother's wedding? I don't understand. Why not? We're going to be inviting friends and family and also people from Earl's work. You do realize that, right? Yes, I assumed there would be some non-family people as well as people from Earl's job there. Right! So all the men who are going to be there are going to be pretty handsome bachelors working at the same company. And I'm sure many of them are also eager to meet the members of Earl's family. But I know the second they see you, they're just going to laugh and laugh and laugh. So anyways, that's why I just think it would be better if you save us all the trouble of having to explain why you are the way you are by just not showing up. Besides, you'll only draw attention to yourself, and it's our special day. I'm sorry, Bridget, but there is no way that I would ever miss this wedding for anything. I mean, I am literally the sister of the groom. Oh, please, don't say that as if it actually means anything. I mean, do you really still not get it at all? I am telling you that if you come to the wedding, you are going to ruin it. So how about you quit being so selfish and think about someone other than yourself for a moment? And just how would my being there ruin the wedding for you and Earl? That doesn't make any sense. Because if you show up, then the only thing that you're going to do is cause Earl so much embarrassment. He and I are the perfect match. We're a beautiful couple. So I can't have some fat, ugly chick sitting there next to Earl and ruining the whole atmosphere of the wedding. I mean, I am just sure that the very few people who are going to be coming to our wedding even know how ugly you actually are. I really don't think that anyone goes to a wedding and judges it based on how pretty the guests are. Well, that just shows how little you understand about high society then. And I am telling you that I know the friends I'm inviting will laugh at you. But more than anything, the fact of the matter is that I just hate having to look at ugly people and ugly things. So please, just do us all a favor and don't bother showing up. Am I really that ugly to you? I'm so hideous that you don't even want me at your wedding that badly? You mean you still haven't figured it out yourself? Of course you're ugly. You're disgusting. You're fat and ugly and stupid, and nobody should be subjected to having to look at you. If you come to our wedding, you are going to be compared to every other hot person there, and then everyone is going to laugh you out of the room anyways. So then basically what you're trying to tell me is that I shouldn't go to the wedding for my own sake, is that right? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to get across to you. If you don't come, not only will you be doing me a huge favor, but you'll also be saving yourself a whole lot of trouble. So, now that we understand each other, I hope I can count on not seeing you there at my wedding. And just think of Earl, too. You want to make him happy, don't you? Well, if you really want him to have a good wedding, the best thing you can do is not be there. Okay, fine. If that's the way you think it's going to be, then I guess I'll come up with some excuse about having to work that day. I'll come up with something to tell my brother so that he'll understand why I won't be there at the wedding. Yes, excellent. Please go ahead and do that for me. I am so glad that we were able to have this talk and come to an understanding. You know, you may be a bottom-feeding, fat, ugly person who only ever finished high school, but you're not as dumb as I originally thought. Hey, what the heck is going on here, huh? What in the world did you say to Earl? You better tell me right now. What are you talking about, Bridget? I'm sure that I have no idea at all what's going on. Well, then how about you try telling me why Earl told me that he doesn't want to get married to me anymore, huh? You must have told him some horrible lie about me to get him to say that.
I'm sorry, but the only person who gave a reason to call off the marriage was you, Bridget. And the reason for that is because you're ugly, so there.
Excuse me? You dare call me ugly? What is the matter with you? You think you've beaten me so you can call me names now?
You're ugly, and it runs deep down to your core and covers your heart. I mean, really, just what makes you think you could talk about someone's sister like that?
Wait a second. Is this Earl that I'm talking to?
That's right. And Lucy told me all about how you tried to tell her not to bother coming to our wedding. What is the matter with you? Why would you say something like that to my sister?
But wait. This doesn't make any sense at all. Why are you talking to me through Lucy's phone right now? I don't get it.
It's pretty simple, actually. Lucy and I are sitting next to each other right now. And we're both at my parents' house. Lucy came to tell me the things that you were saying to her, and after that, we called an emergency family meeting.
No, wait, there has to be some kind of mistake here. This can't be right at all. I have no idea what your sister might have told you, but you can't believe a word that she has said to you.
You know, I didn't come here to tattle on my sister or anything. When she came to me and told me that she wouldn't be able to come to my wedding, I just had to know what work was so important that she couldn't miss it. After all, she had told me all about how much she was looking forward to our wedding, so I knew that she wouldn't miss it unless something serious had happened. And after I really started pushing for what the real answer was, she finally told me why she wasn't going to be there.
Please, Earl, it's all an act. I didn't actually ever say any of that at all. You aren't actually going to take your sister's word over mine, are you? You have to believe me when I say that she is lying to you. She's just jealous of me because I'm prettier than her. Can't you see that?
You're wrong about that, Bridget. I know for a fact that my sister is not that kind of person, and she never ever will be. She's not like you, and she wouldn't be so petty as to tell such an awful lie.
Well, do you have any proof at all about what she's saying? How can you verify any of what she's told you up to now?
Well, for one, she showed me the messages that you two have been sending to each other. You told her that if she came to the wedding, she would ruin it and embarrass not only herself, but you and I as well. Well, I don't think there's a single embarrassing thing about my sister. How dare you talk to her like that?
That's not what I meant, though. This is all just one big misunderstanding. You have to believe me. I just wanted our wedding to be perfect. That's it. You know that's what I wanted, right?
Well, you've got a pretty messed up version of perfection if you thought it would ever be okay to tell Lucy not to be there for it. But anyways, now that I know the truth, consider this my official announcement that the engagement is off. And if you're looking for someone to blame and how it came this far, I suggest you blame yourself. But don't you dare point the finger at Lucy.
Wait, no. You can't do this to me, Earl. We were just about to get married. You can't just cancel it on me. You think I'm going to let you get away with this? I mean, we've already sent out all of the wedding invitations. What in the world are we supposed to tell all of the guests?
We're going to tell them the truth about why the wedding is no longer happening. I mean, did you really think that I would be okay with my sister not being at my wedding? Did you really think that I wouldn't react at all after I found out the way that you've been treating her and talking to her behind my back?
Well, I didn't think that you'd actually get this upset at me. I mean, all I did was tease Lucy a bit about her looks. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything like that.
You still have no idea the huge mistake that you almost did, do you?
What huge mistake? Come on. Do you really not see how you're taking this all just a bit too far? I really don't think that there's any need to call the wedding off like this. Are you really doing this all because I was teasing your sister about her looks? You're really going to throw away our whole marriage just like that? Are you really trying to tell me that your sister means that much to you? That she means more to you than I do?
She is my sister, Bridget. What in the world made you think that she wouldn't be special to me? You were wrong from the start if you thought that was true.
I don't believe this. This can't be happening. Just what is so special about this fat cow that makes you care more about her than me, huh? I mean, did you hit your head or something like that?
At this point, it's not even about my sister. The problem I have is with you now. Besides, you're the one with the ugly heart. And an ugly heart is something that no amount of working out or plastic surgery is ever going to change. You understand?
Stop saying that. It isn't true. I am beautiful and perfect, and you shouldn't be talking about me like that. I am not ugly anywhere, inside or outside.
And why shouldn't I say that to you? After all, I think that you're ugly, so why shouldn't I say it? You thought that my sister was ugly, and you continue to talk about her like she is. So why can't I say any of this to you?
Because I'm not ugly. I am not ugly, and I know it, and you know it, and the whole world knows it. So stop calling me ugly. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't really care what you think I know or don't know. Fact of the matter is that you hurt my little sister. All I'm trying to do is put the shoe on the other foot and see how you like it. But I guess you're really not a fan at all, huh?
I have never, ever, once in my entire life been called ugly. Don't you dare try and put me in the same category as your sister. If you keep this up, then I'm going to go to my mom and dad, and I know for a fact that they think I'm the prettiest girl in the whole wide world. They love me with all their heart, and they won't let you get away with this.
You can go and run to whoever you want. It isn't going to change anything. Certainly not my feelings about this marriage anyways. And if you do go and tell your parents and they come to ask me about what you're talking about, I'll tell them exactly how you've been treating my sister.
Well, you better be careful, because when my dad gets mad, he gets really, really scary too. So I hope that you're ready for that. I take it that my dad has reached out to talk to you about your horrible mistake, yes? Did he yell at you? Did he make you cry? If you say that you're sorry, then he might even forgive you.
You really are a special one, do you know that? But if you think that I'm ever going to apologize for standing up for my sister, then you're dead wrong.
There you go again with that nasty, nasty attitude of yours. So then you're really just not going to apologize at all for what you've done? You know that I was doing this all for us, don't you? You know that everything I did was always just for you, right?
I just don't think that I have anything at all that I need to apologize for. In fact, when I showed him the proof of what you said, your dad was the one that apologized to me.
Wait, what? No, that can't be right. There is no way that my dad would ever apologize to you. He's not that kind of man.
You really have no idea the mistake you made messing with my little sister, do you? I mean, you really, really screwed up big time treating Lucy like that. But there's a very good reason why your parents thought it right to apologize to me. So if you really want to know the truth, then I suggest that you can go and ask your dad. As for the wedding, I told him that I had no intention of ever marrying you, and he had nothing else to say on the matter after that.
So then, you mean that you told my dad that we weren't going to be getting married, and he was just okay with that? That can't be right.
I'm just glad that your dad wasn't as horribly unreasonable as yourself. It's good to know that at least someone in your family has a good head on their shoulders. And he was very sincere in his apology as well. Something tells me this isn't the first time he's had to cover your tracks for you.
So then, you mean the wedding really isn't going to happen? But everyone at my dad's company was so excited for this.
I literally just told you that the wedding isn't going to happen. What about that don't you understand? And don't worry, your dad said that he will explain to everyone in the office why the wedding wouldn't be happening.
But how am I supposed to show up for work now that everyone knows that we're not getting married?
That really isn't my problem to figure it out at all. But you should be more worried about how embarrassed you made your family over this. I mean, your dad was just so ashamed of what you've done. By the way, your dad said that he was going to come over to the house to apologize to Lucy in person and that you had better be there as well.
Are you kidding me? He really expects me to go there to your house and apologize to your sister? You can't be serious.
Oh, he is. And if you want to stay in the good graces of your family, which you are now mostly not in, I recommend showing up. After that, Bridget did indeed come to our house with her parents. Her parents brought a huge gift basket as a way of expressing how sorry they were, and they made Bridget hand it over to my sister. I went over once again all the horrible things that Bridget has said to Lucy, and they were so sorry for the way that their daughter had treated my sister. I even heard Lucy's mother ask herself where she went so wrong with her own daughter. While I think it's wrong to wish harm on people, it was clear that Bridget had never ever had to struggle for anything in her life at all. She couldn't even control herself at the thought of someone thinking some part of her was ugly. Either way, I told her parents that nothing was going to change my mind and that the wedding was permanently off the table. Before long, rumors started spreading about Bridget and what she must have done to lead our marriage falling apart. When it came out that it was for the cruel way that she was talking to my sister, some other women at Bridget's company stepped forward and reported to HR that she had suffered similar things in the office, but were too scared to talk since Bridget's father owned the company. Bridget couldn't stand being the subject of so many whispers and stares, and so she finally left like she had no choice but to quit her job. Her parents weren't ready to cut her off or anything, and they even let her continue to live in their home for free of charge. After that, however, Bridget became something of a recluse and was rarely ever seen in public again. Of course, I'm sad that the engagement fell apart in the way that it did, but more than anything, I'm just grateful that things did fall apart before Bridget and I actually ended up getting married. I still can't believe that she would ever think that I would let her get away with treating my sister like that. But I suppose it's fair to say that she learned her lesson. As for Lucy, she met a nice girl not long after that the two of them started dating. Her girlfriend even approached me the other day asking me for help picking out a ring. So while my engagement might have fallen apart, sounds to me like good things ahead for my sister.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.